You're standing in line at airport security. The air hums with the shuffle of luggage wheels and the clatter of conveyor belts. Then, out of nowhere, an officer looks up, locks eyes with you, and says 5 words that freeze your stomach. "I need to check your phone." In that instant, time slows. You think about every text, every meme, every screenshot you've ever saved. The group chats, the inside jokes, the photos you meant to delete but never did. Suddenly, that little rectangle in your pocket feels like a loaded diary, open for inspection. Here's the truth. Your phone tells a story about you that even you've forgotten. And for travelers, that story can raise red flags you never saw coming. What if I told you there are 6 invisible traps inside your phone? And most people delete them. Far too late. Here's what most travelers get wrong. The TSA, the agents scanning your bags and waving you through the metal detector, aren't after your data. Their job ends with knives, liquids, and laptops. But take just one step further, and everything changes. Across that invisible line stands Customs and Border Protection, CBP, and their authority is different. They can scroll through your messages, demand your passcode, even make a full copy of your phone, all without a warrant. No judge, no warning, just power, quietly exercised at the border. Most travelers never realize how thin that line really is. A few feet between privacy and exposure. And it's not rare. Last year alone, over 35,000 phones were searched at U.S. borders. Not criminals, not spies. Ordinary travelers, students, engineers, influencers. And the stories that followed will make you think twice. It always starts the same way. A normal traveler, a normal trip, until a single tap changes everything. In Miami, a Brazilian engineer was detained for 8 hours. His crime? Photos from a nuclear facility, part of his job, but flagged as suspicious. He missed his flight, nearly lost his visa. In Los Angeles, a Colombian influencer spent 6 hours under questioning. The reason? Memes on her Instagram criticizing immigration policy. Agents labeled her posts anti-American. And in Detroit, a Canadian traveler was held for 5 hours because his WhatsApp group, Lost Compass 420, sounded like a code for drugs. It was just fantasy football. None of them were criminals, none broke the law, but all had one thing in common. Their phones told a story they never intended. So, what's hiding on your phone right now that could be misunderstood? Let's get practical. If you're flying soon, these are the 6 things you must delete, and exactly why it matters. Because the wrong file, the wrong message, or even the wrong contact name could be enough to turn a routine flight into hours of questioning. 1. Old deleted photos and videos. Start with your gallery. Those photos you thought you deleted months ago, they're still there. Forensic tools used at airports can recover data going back as far as 3 months, even from the recently deleted folder. But here's the trap. Deleting everything the night before your flight looks suspicious. Airport forensics can detect large-scale purges, and that raises red flags instantly. Back up what you need, then use secure erase tools gradually, over days or weeks. Make your phone look natural, not freshly scrubbed, because if you don't, that innocent cleanup could look like you're hiding something. 2. Private chats and DMs. Your messages, especially private chats, political discussions, or sensitive topics. Here's what most travelers forget. AI-assisted screening tools and human reviewers don't understand sarcasm, tone, or context. A joke, an emoji, even a meme about politics can be flagged as hostile or extremist. It's happened before. Influencers, students, even journalists have faced hours of questioning over a single misunderstood message. The fix is simple, but requires time. Delete archived threads weeks before you travel. Don't wipe everything suddenly. And if possible, use encrypted apps like Signal or Proton Mail for any sensitive communication. Because one old message can tell a story you never meant to tell. 3. Apps that raise questions. Now, look at your home screen. Certain apps instantly attract attention. VPNs, cryptocurrency wallets, encrypted messengers from foreign regions, or dating apps from countries with strict cultural or political tensions. These aren't illegal, but they can trigger enhanced screening. Officers may ask why you're using them or assume you're hiding activity. Before you travel, uninstall or hide non-essential apps. Keep only neutral, travel-related ones. Airline apps, hotel reservations, maps, translators. Pro tip, make a travel-only folder. Clean, minimal, and professional. If you don't, one unfamiliar icon could be the reason your phone doesn't make it back to you right away. 4. Contacts with strange names or groups. Border officers scan names and group titles as part of their analysis. A contact called 420 Crew, Freedom Chat, or Immigration Talk could easily be misinterpreted. Even group chats can raise eyebrows, especially large or politically themed ones. Before you travel, review your contacts list. Rename anything that might sound off, and leave big group chats that aren't essential. This isn't about hiding your friends. It's about removing ambiguity. You want your phone to tell a clear, simple story. Tourist, traveler, professional. Nothing more. Because sometimes a single contact name is all it takes to open the wrong kind of conversation. 5. Location history and cloud syncs. Here's one most people forget entirely. Your phone keeps a full log of where you've been. Every restaurant, hotel, and neighborhood inside your location history. On Google Maps, that's called timeline. On iPhones, it's significant locations. Agents can use that to question your movements, especially if they cross borders or match sensitive areas. And if your cloud accounts stay signed in, officers can mirror or download your entire backup, even if your phone itself looks clean. Before you travel, disable location tracking, clear your history, and sign out of all non-essential cloud accounts. Keep only what you need for your trip. If you don't, your digital trail could reveal far more than you ever intended to share. 6. Browser history and save passwords. Finally, your browser. It's a window into your private life. Everything you've searched, read, or logged into. Cache logins and save passwords give full access to your online world, email, banking, even private forums. A single unlocked tab could reveal more than hours of questioning ever could. Before flying, clear your browsing history, cookies, and autofill data. Log out of personal accounts completely. Avoid syncing across devices and never rely on incognito mode. It doesn't delete stored data. Because when you hand over your device, you're also handing over your habits. And that's what officers really analyze. Deleting isn't just about privacy. It's about perception. What you delete, when you delete it, and how your phone looks afterward all shape how your digital footprint is interpreted. So remember, the goal isn't to hide. It's to prepare. Calmly, quietly, and early. Because deleting is just half the story. When you delete, determines whether it looks innocent or suspicious. Now let's talk about the 30-day digital detox plan. Think of this as your pre-flight countdown, a digital detox that protects you long before you reach the airport. Day 30 to 15. Start small. Gradually delete sensitive messages, photos, and files. Do it over time so it looks natural, not rushed. Day 15 to 7. Back up everything important, documents, contacts, tickets, to an encrypted drive or secure cloud. Day 7 to 3. Reset your phone completely. Reinstall only what you need for travel. Airline apps, maps, hotel info, translation tools. Keep it simple. Day 3 to departure. Disable sync, Bluetooth, and NFC. Log out of all personal accounts and cloud services. This isn't about fear, it's about control. Shaping what your phone says about you before anyone else does. Pro-level travelers take it one step further. A clean travel phone. Cheap, minimal, zero digital footprint. If they ask for your phone, stay calm and follow this 10-second script. First, identify who's asking. If it's a TSA agent, you can politely refuse. They have no authority to access your phone. But if it's a Customs and Border Protection officer, the rules shift. You may be legally required to comply. Next, stay composed and ask clearly, am I legally required to unlock my device? That question alone often changes the tone of the interaction. If you must comply, never speak your password aloud. Write it down briefly, hand it over, then take it back. It protects you from claims of voluntary disclosure. And if your phone is confiscated, request a written receipt and the officer's badge number before they walk away. Because even at the border, calm is power. But what if the next officer doesn't even ask? What if your phone gives you away before you speak? Airports are changing, quietly and fast. Right now, new systems are being tested that don't just look at your phone. They study how you use it, your typing rhythm, how often you unlock it, even the pattern of your app activity. And by 2026, border AI systems may automatically access your cloud metadata, tracking what's linked to your device without ever asking for permission. But you're not powerless. Encrypt your data. Use two-factor authentication. Create separate travel profiles or a clean device just for trips. Because the real privacy test doesn't happen at the security line, it starts long before you pack your bag. Your defense begins with preparation. Next time an officer looks at your phone, you won't panic. You'll be ready. Because now, you've already deleted the 6 things that turn ordinary phones into digital traps. Which of these 6 surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments. Your answer might help someone else avoid a nightmare at the airport. And tag that one friend who always says, "I have nothing to hide." They're the ones who need this most. If you found this guide useful, hit subscribe and get smarter, safer, and more confident before your next flight.